Hello and welcome to another Magic the Gathering online video with another red deck. This time it's very similar to the ones I've been testing. Slight changes in the sideboard, slight changes in the main deck I think. Um, Stormbreath Dragon number 3 is out. Mutavault number 4 is back in the main deck, and Searing Blaze has left the main deck, which makes it a little awkward that there are now 3 Young Pyromancers and 4 Instants, but really, this deck just needs some critical number of 2-drops to play nicely with Burning Tree Emissary, so Young Pyromancer is still just as good as it gets. Plus, it has incredible utility in the sideboard with 13 instants and sorceries. Anyway, I'm going to load this up in a standard 8-man. Oh no! I'll pause it here and come back in a moment. Alright, and we are here for a standard 8-man. We have lost the die roll against our opponent is named Jund Standard. So, we're not quite sure what he's playing yet, but I don't know. It might be Jund. Of course, he's probably playing like blue-white control or something stupid like that. No, we're not going to mulligan this sweet hand. We have 1 into 2 into 3, and our opponent, well, he may very well be on Jund, and we're certainly playing standard, so maybe he's going for the double fake out. Draw a card. It is a good card, good enough at least. Not a super strong card in this matchup, but it's need bodies. All right, that's another good start for me. This deck, in theory, ugh, why? All right, well, we gotta race it. Jund Standard is being a dick, and he's playing a Naya Hexproof deck, is what he's doing. This Naya deck is virtually invincible against burn strategies. I've beaten it before. I got beat on camera before, but it is not easy. Not only do they race about as fast as any deck in the format, um, they have Unflinching Courage in the main deck, which is basically unbeatable for us. As for our own sequencing here, we get the most power into play by going Fire Fist Striker into Fire Drinker Satyr. So then, even if his turn 3 play is a Voice of Resurgence, or not turn 3, but next turn play, if he has a Voice of Resurgence, which is unlikely given that he would have cast it this turn, I think, or if he has the Paladin, Fiendslayer Paladin, getting Fire Fist Striker is more important. Young Pyromancer in theory represents more damage. Let's see if that's going to be relevant. Here I'll get 8 power in the board right now. No, I don't think it's going to be relevant. The guys from Young Pyromancer are not going to be able to attack. So that leaves the play at the rather obvious Fire Fist Striker into Fire Drinker Satyr, the double FS squad, and attack for 4. This, in theory, does as much damage as just playing a Chandra's Phoenix. So maybe the Phoenix was the better play there because I get the damage in right away. He'd be at 10 right now. Now my opponent cannot play an Unflinching Courage this turn, which is very good for me. I'm representing not quite lethal. I don't think. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm representing only 11 damage. But with an Unflinching Courage and without this guy being big. So even if he can Unflinching Courage for a small amount, it's still not going to be able to outrace my guys I have in play. This is really good. Okay. Now I think I just play the Chandra's Phoenix and attack with everything except for the Fire Drinker Satyr. There's no point to just trade it off when he basically has to trade his guy. No, if I'm attacking with the Fire Fist Striker, I need to attack with the Satyr as well. So no, I can't hold them both back, so I might as well attack with both of them. If I hold them both back, I attack for 6, he blocks 1, he takes 4 going to 8. Unflinching Courage gains him 3 life. Ultimate play, he can't have Unflinching Courage and a white. He doesn't have Unflinching Courage is the thing. Yeah, I'm just attacking with the whole team. And I'll make it so I always make the Fire Fist Striker itself unblockable if I can. I think I mentioned this before, but actually, I play at my at a game store this afternoon, and it ended up not being relevant. If it was relevant, I probably would have said something because I'm not a jerk. But I attacked just like this, and my opponent had a hexproof guy out, so it was a Sylvan Caryatid. So I targeted a Fire Fist Striker, and I didn't say anything else. He looked at the card, read it, and said, "Oh, he can't be blocked," and blocked something else instead. And of course, I mean, it didn't matter. The end result was the exact same. He died that same turn or the next turn. I don't really remember, but he basically saved 2 damage from one creature instead of another. Um, but I thought it was kind of fun. Let's see if my opponent has any relevant play. I don't think he does. I don't think he can have any outs to this. All his outs involve cards that are not in the standard format. Yeah, so that's game over. So I guess one way to beat the Naya deck is to mana screw them, which is a little unfortunate, but it is a very greedy 3-color deck. Yeah, I'll just play a second Phoenix. So Jund Standard deceives us, and we still get the win against the worst matchup. Skullcrack has to come in. And I think Skullcrack is the only card. I think Boros Reckoner is pretty good too. Boros Reckoner is one possible answer to Unflinching Courage. The reason being, like, let's say he has a 7/7 and it's at 8 life, and I've got a couple of guys, and I draw a Reckoner. I can play the Reckoner, and if he attacks, his guys can never get flying. So if he attacks with one big guy, I can threaten to at least undo all the damage from an Unflinching Courage, and essentially, um, by proxy, attack through it. As for what to take out, the Stormbreath Dragons seem just too slow. I'm on just full on race, except as far as Skullcrack is concerned. And then Chandra's Phoenix can probably be cut. It's also a little slow. I know that's a little awkward with Reckoner coming in, but at least Reckoner kind of gums up the ground a little bit and can buy me turns with my other guys. I think this is okay. Fire Drinker Satyr is also really... I think it's necessary evil here. It's not particularly good, especially it does not match up well against the Hexproof Elf. But what other options do I really have? This is all targeted removal. It's all outright bad. And then, yeah, I think this is fine. Rubble Maka is what I cut last time I ran this matchup, I think. But I'm going to try it in here and see, and just treat it as a lava spike. No, this hand is actually pretty sweet. It races him very well, unless he has an unflinching courage. Here, going with Cackler first. Cackler is typically the first turn play when you have a Cackler and a Fire Drinker Satyr. The reason being, Cackler attacks through many more creatures. This is going to showcase the power. Oh, that's even better. I'm just going to Lightning Strike it now while I can. It's exactly what I want there, actually. It does kind of suck. I would rather have played out 2 guys. Witch Stalker, okay. And again, I'm going to attack with the Rakdos Cackler and see if he blocks. He probably thinks that he's safe. No, he's not even going to risk it. That's probably the correct play. Post-combat, play out a Fire Fist Striker and a Fire Drinker Satyr. It's the same amount of power as playing out 2 Satyrs. But this, at least, again, if he draws a Paladin or he's running Fleece Mainline, this is a budget version of the deck. He's not running Voice of Resurgence. I think we can comfortably rule out. Or at least he certainly does not have 4 Voice of Resurgence. See what his play is. Yeah, that's fine. We're definitely able to race that. Unflinching Courage is now, at least in theory, the only card to worry about. I don't think he has anything else that I could really even remotely care about right now. Okay, now it's time to do a little bit of math as to whether I should attack with Mutavault or not. He is at 14. I think the correct play is to attack with Mutavault. The reason being, he takes 6 going down to 8. That means with the 2 Rebel Belt Makas in my hand, if he leaves even a single creature on my board, or if I draw a mountain, no matter what he does to my creatures, that I can go in, get in with lethal damage with any of them. So yeah, I'm going to make Mutavault a guy. Attack with all 3. And give him make him unblock make him unblockable. I'm even saying it to myself now. Um, Now the question is, do I play a Fire Drinker Satyr? The card that would punish me for playing it would be Mizium Mortars, but Mizium Mortars would deal me 4 damage for 2 mana. That would leave him dead on board, unless he also has. He can't. I mean, he can't have land, mortars, unflinching courage with one card in hand. So I think I'm safe to play the Satyr. It gives me one more creature to attack through him, and I guess it's a slight hedge against nothing really because he provides no value on defense. Okay, this is great because I do not think 8 and 4 is 12. Maximum damage he could have here. Oh, he does not even attack. Okay, well then this should be game over. I have I have to worry about Fire Drinker Satyr maybe, about him getting blocked. If he's blocked again, I take 8, which sucks. But that means that 3, 5, 6, 7. If I attack with the Satyr, he blocks the Satyr. Then I have 3 remaining guys. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. That way, if he has a removal spell, he doesn't have any cards in hand. Oh, that makes it easy then. I'm sitting here trying to do combat math against an opponent that doesn't have any cards in hand. That is kind of relevant. He's just going to take 8 damage here. And that will be round 1. Hope you join me for round 2 and 3, assuming we get there. I don't feed the trolls, but I always want to. I hate them. Anyway,